Right, to start with the service, we've got a 32mm ratchet and socket. Take out the sump plug and drain all the engine oil into your Dalek. 36 litres is going to come out, it's quite a lot. And check that there's no foreign objects, metal, shards on your sump plug, and make sure you replace the O-ring, sump plug washer. And put the sump plug back in, tighten it up, and then use a torque wrench to torque it up to the manufacturer's specifications. Give it a bit of a clean up whilst you're there. Then we'll go out the pit and go to the cab tilt pump, throw the cab over, and with the 32mm again, remove the oil filter and the fuel filter. The oil filter is the big one towards the back of the engine. The fuel filter is the one closest to the front of the engine, the smaller one. And once your oil filter is removed, move on to your fuel filter and remove your fuel filter. Take them both out, put them into a tub, and take them onto the bench where it's a little bit cleaner. And on the bench, remove all your filters and all your O-rings. Big orange O-ring. Always replace your O-rings, otherwise it just ends up biting you in the backside and you'll have a leak later on. Stick a bit of grease around your O-ring for when you're tightening it up, it doesn't catch and snap. So putting it on, a little bit of grease around it. Stick your filter in, and put it to the side, and then we'll move on to the fuel filter. Again, black O-ring in this place though, take the O-ring off. Stick the new O-ring around, a bit of grease on it again, and then put the filter in. And that's both fuel and oil filter ready for going. Then once they're in, that's where you fill up the engine oil, 36 litres, and then onto your air filter. Remove your old air filter, stick your new one back in. Off with the old. And in with the new. And then we're going to go underneath onto the gearbox, the Allison gearbox, removing your gearbox filters, which is all these bolts you need to take out. That's your drain plug. Just remove your drain plug and let all the oil drain into the Dalek. Remove the bolts for the oil filter, one on each side on the Elson gearbox. A little bit messy, as long as you clean it up at the end. Boom, off she goes. That's one of the filters gone. I'll do the other filter as well. Put them on the bench, making sure all the surfaces are clean of the old gasket. Brendan in the background photobombing me. So I'm just cleaning up the surfaces there, and then I'll remove all the O-rings and replace them with new. There's a smaller O-ring that goes into a groove, and then a bigger, thicker O-ring that seals it shut, and then a gasket. Stick your filter in, bit of a push, then she's ready to go. Obviously doing the same for the other one. Make sure this surface is clean as well of your gasket. Stick them back in, and then this is where we fill up the oil, 18 litres. It's a very slow fill, so you've got to be careful towards the end. There's a hot and a cold mark which tells you where your maximum is. And then along towards the back of the truck, and we're now on the diff. That's your drain plug for your diff, and that's your filler plug there for your diff. Just a 1/2 inch ratchet will get into them and get them off. And when you're filling these up, you just fill them until they spill. So we're going to drain it first. There we go, with the 1/2 inch ratchet. Take the drain plug off. Comes out quite dirty, this, to be honest. Off she goes. And if you look at your drain plug, it's got a magnet on the back which catches anything untoward from the inside. It's not too bad, to be fair. Bit dirty, but no big metal shards. Just let it all drain out. And this is where we fill it up, so we keep filling it up, and then eventually the oil will start draining down, and then that's when you know that you're at max. And then put the filler bung back in. That's it at max now, where the oil's just started to come out. There we go. Plugs are all back in, all tightened up. Just double check all the way along to make sure that everything's tightened up. And also that's green fuel filter. I replaced that earlier on, and now we just prime it up, get all the air out of the system, and then we start the bad boy up, get it up to running temperature, and then go back up and check it for everything. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and follow if you want any more truck videos. Thank you very much.